those celebrity environments where celebrities all get together, and there's so many of them, and these wild parties. And if you got a wild party and P. Diddy puts on that wild party and, he sets everybody up. Like if you were an intelligence agent, like a Jeffrey Epstein type deal, that'd be the way to do it. Big old crazy party, get everybody loose.
And get the cameras
Get them
rolling.
the yayo. Get them the yayo.
And everything else.
Get them everything you need. Get fired up. Get those cameras rolling. And now you got everybody under wraps. What a twisted web some folks weave.
Joe Rogan just set the internet on fire with his latest podcast episode, where he didn't hold back about the shocking allegations surrounding Diddy and his Hollywood circle. Known for being one of the most listened to voices in modern media, Rogan pulled no punches as he connected the dots between some of the biggest power players in Hollywood and the fresh allegations circling Diddy's past. But this isn't the first time Joe Rogan has used his platform to tackle powerful figures, although the revelations he shared about Diddy and his connections have sparked a massive conversation, hinting that we could be looking at only the beginning of Hollywood's darkest secrets coming to light. As Rogan discussed these allegations in detail, he painted a picture of a world that goes beyond the glamorous parties and red carpets, describing a world where money dominates and where high-profile celebrities often have more to hide a lot of stuff.
At that time, Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You couldn't even get in this party. And he was throwing a party, and he said, "Yo, Playboy, this party's $1.5 million." I said, for what? I mean, what are you saying? He said, it costs $1.5 million to throw this party. I said, Puff, oh my God, I love it. The party's amazing. Yes, the mayor is here and everything. I said, but that's too much money. I said, you come to my place in LA, I'll throw you a party for $400 that will rival this party. And he got a little mad because, he was like, yo, no, I'm known for this shit. Don't front. I would hang out and watch him throw parties. I went to Philly, followed him all the way to Philly, and he said, yo, Playboy, this party costs $1.5 million. I'm like, you are out of your mind. And I said, Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400. That will rival this party. And he got pissed at me. He said, yo, don't play with me. I said, no, I'm not. I respect you. But in LA, I'm known for throwing like these cool little parties. So he called like Saturday morning, yo, Playboy, I'm in town, make it happen. I said, cool. So I went into my little phones, called about 200 of the coolest people. Puff showed up with, SUVs and FBI. It was just, it's crazy. Because Puff was always sort of dangerous. And he said, oh, that's the girl on that show, and that's the guy on that show. And I said, yeah, we're all friends. We all hang out. He said, oh, man. And I said, yeah, but Puff, look over there on the dinner table. I got Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put it in a nice plate. I said, I got Coca-Cola. I put it in a pitcher. We're at $208, and we are killing it right now.
The whispers about Diddy's private parties are nothing new in certain circles, but Joe Rogan's recent revelations have added a new layer of suspicion. Allegedly, Diddy held these exclusive parties not just for the wild partying, but possibly as part of an Epstein-style setup, complete with hidden cameras and a plan for future advantage. According to Rogan, these parties may not have been as casual as they seem. By allegedly capturing moments of celebrities letting loose behind closed doors, it's believed that Diddy could have been collecting blackmail material, creating a sort of insurance against Hollywood's elite attended his. The extent of these hidden recordings would be explosive. For the Hollywood elite, these tapes could offer Diddy unimaginable influence. What's chilling is how some people close to Diddy knew about this tactic and feared getting caught up in it themselves. Insiders are hinting that this strategy of hidden recordings gave him power, suggesting a darker side to these high-profile celebrity lifestyles. People aware of Diddy's alleged leverage felt trapped, and Joe Rogan's revelations have now pulled this world into public view, igniting discussions on just how far Diddy's alleged influence might stretch. Meanwhile, Steve Harvey's connection to this situation is almost as shocking as the allegations themselves. As news spread that Diddy could face charges, Harvey made headlines of his own with a sudden social media purge and a surprising departure from the U.S. Known for his typically active online presence, fans were quick to notice when he vanished from platforms he'd use daily. As Rogan suggested, Steve Harvey's disappearance isn't just coincidental, but may have been a quick escape after learning of Diddy's potential indictment. While Steve Harvey hasn't commented on the situation, his actions were enough to make people wonder if he's distancing himself from Diddy's circle on purpose. Was Harvey aware of the alleged recordings and just trying to avoid any connection?
Your favorite. Good for you.
Hell
So, Steve Harvey isn't alone. We have noticed a pattern of people close to Diddy going silent or reducing their digital footprint since these allegations began to surface. Whether this is a sign of more people distancing themselves from the drama or trying to avoid further involvement remains to be seen. The fact that big names are feeling the pressure speaks volumes about how bad these revelations might be. And then there's Lori Harvey, Steve's stepdaughter, who dated Diddy for a short period. Although their relationship didn't last long, it left some questions, especially given what we're learning now. In light of Joe Rogan's claims, people have revisited Lori's time with Diddy, focusing on an old picture where she wore white nail polish. Apparently, white nail polish was a signal worn by women attending Diddy's parties, and while this might seem harmless at first glance, fans are looking back at her photos with renewed curiosity. For Steve Harvey, Lori's connection with Diddy might add another layer of personal interest in distancing himself from this situation. Some fans are even saying that Steve may have tried to keep Lori out of Diddy's circle because he knew of Diddy's alleged lifestyle. Whether or not Lori Harvey knew anything about the hidden camera schemes, people are questioning if her family was aware of any potential risk of associating with him. This brings us to a bigger question. Who else knew about these parties, the white nail polish symbol, and the hidden cameras?
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Meek Mill has been very quiet regarding the talks surrounding Diddy's alleged Hollywood secrets. Well, he posted a tweet from Africa offering a $100,000 reward for the truth without specifying what truth he's after. Some people say Meek may be signaling he knows more than he's willing to share openly. But unlike other celebrities caught up in this drama, he's been keeping his cards close. His absence from the social media discussion surrounding Diddy's alleged activities has become part of the mystery. Sources close to Meek suggest he may be avoiding an official statement to stay away from this situation, especially as more details surface and his ties with other celebrities close to Diddy are put under the investigation. Similarly, Usher's history with Diddy also stretches back to his teenage years, especially during what many recall as the famous Flavor Camp, where Diddy introduced young artists to a lifestyle of adults under the guise of mentorship. For Usher, these memories are darker than the image they once portrayed, as people talk around uncomfortable incidents that allegedly happened back then. Some of Usher's past comments have resurfaced, hinting that his early days with Diddy were more complex than people realized, with stories of lavish parties and exposure to adult behaviors at a young age.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In
to
the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So
it was
nobody
crazy.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I ain't
and
say that.
Okay.
I didn't
But
say
you
that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Usher's connection to Diddy's Flavor Camp has taken on new meaning, especially as he remains silent while many demand transparency from those who were close to Diddy. The questions surrounding Usher's past reveal a troubling picture of what was normalized in the industry back then, and fans are left wondering if Usher himself will ever open up about these allegations. But while he remains quiet, the past experiences he shared with Diddy continue to make waves among fans. Interestingly, Jay-Z's name in connection with Diddy's scandal has sparked immense shock. For years, there have been whispers that Diddy held something big over Jay-Z's head, and rumors point to this potentially being linked to the sudden demise of Kathy White. She passed away under mysterious circumstances in 2010, fueling conspiracy theories about Diddy having hidden knowledge about her incident that he could potentially use as leverage. For years, these whispers stayed on the fringe of celebrity tea. But with Joe Rogan's podcast revelations, fans are re-examining the possibility that Diddy's influence over Jay-Z might go beyond industry collaboration and friendship.
But the only thing I'm interested in talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened. Corey, Diddy, I know that. You and Jay-Z down in Vegas at Tao. Don't you just talk about Kathy. That might help. That might help a lot.
This connection between Jay-Z, Kathy White, and Diddy adds layers to the situation and has raised new questions about how far Diddy's blackmail tactics might stretch. Meanwhile, Jaguar Wright has also reignited a discussion on his role within Hollywood's elite circles. Jaguar claims that Jay-Z is just as dangerous as Diddy, possibly with his own alliances that extend deep into some of Hollywood's most unsavory circles. According to her, Jay-Z's influence goes far beyond music. She has painted a picture of a figure willing to protect his image and interests at all costs, even if it means aligning with powerful individuals in the industry's dark side. Fans have been paying close attention to her words. Many folks view her claims as part of a wider exposure of Hollywood's darkest secrets. What makes Jaguar's accusations against Jay-Z even more unsettling is her suggestion that there's a network in place, one where the most influential celebrities cover for each other's secrets.
Why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice.
For some people, these allegations only confirm what they've suspected for years about the protective circles within the industry. Moving ahead, Kevin Hart, a comedian who's been close to many high-profile figures in Hollywood, recently found himself in the spotlight for an awkward moment involving Diddy and Usher. In a now infamous interview, Kevin was caught laughing off a comment from Diddy about his past with Usher. At that time, his laughter may have seemed like a way to brush off what could have been seen as a typical joke. But looking back, some fans now suspect it was a moment when uncomfortable truths might have been hiding in plain sight.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna.
It's female friendly. We got a ladies and a female. She's ball. That's what I call it, raw dog. I'm not jumping to tell myself. Once everybody gets out, it's just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. Doing what I do best. Oh! Did the camera catch that? Got the camera. Got the camera off.
Girl, sit your in the tub.
With growing scrutiny on Diddy's interactions with other stars, Kevin Hart's reaction laughter is no longer being seen as a simple joke. Instead, fans see it as a potential cover for secrets that have remained hidden for too long, raising questions about how many Hollywood insiders might have known more than they let on. Diddy's Hollywood circle is said to have many influential names like Jennifer Lopez, Ellen DeGeneres, Ashton Kutcher, and Justin Bieber. Lopez, who was once involved with Diddy in a high-profile relationship, has been linked to him in various ways even years after their split. While she's since moved on, her time with Diddy is being revisited by fans who wonder if there's more to the story than meets the eye. Her possible knowledge of some of the more questionable aspects of Diddy's lifestyle is sparking debates on whether she was aware of his illegal activities. Ellen DeGeneres, too, has been pulled into the discussion, with fans revisiting her association with Diddy at his famous parties. Kutcher and Bieber's names have also surfaced, mainly due to their attendance at parties that are now gaining infamy in light of the allegations against Diddy. Many people are starting to question what their connection to Diddy might have entailed beyond the public eye. Fans are taking a fresh look at these innocent associations, wondering if they signal something much darker. As Diddy's circle faces unprecedented scrutiny, Hollywood's protective bubble is starting to show cracks, and more celebrities may find themselves on the receiving end of questions they'd rather avoid. With high-profile names like Jennifer Lopez, Ellen, Ashton Kutcher, and Justin Bieber, fans and insiders are preparing for what could be one of the biggest Hollywood scandals to break in recent years. Fans are already expressing their thoughts on social media. One person stated, "Diddy is a small fish. I'm yet to see arrests of higher lights." Another one added, "Right now they are settling cases with celebrities involved. No name releasing yet. These sentiments reflect a growing frustration with the status quo and a desire for accountability within the industry. But what's your take on this whole situation? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.